What up, you guys? It's your tall guy. Daily vlog 1 of 1. Day 1, man. You heard it here. We are going to be trying something new. Simply me yapping in front of the camera just about topics, daily life, and so forth. So now we're here and I got you guys' attention. I am quitting YouTube. I'm done. That's it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not done. You got me messed up if you think I'm done quitting YouTube. No. This is something I really got inspired, really wanted to do. Saw one of my other friends, Wicked Journey, started doing daily vlogs, and I've been on the burner, not having to put vlogs out as much as I would love to. Um, I've been in a little bit of a hiatus from going to the parks for Universal, Six Flags, Knott's, Disney. Maybe I've been there and you guys have followed my Instagram where I post on my stories and whatnot, but I haven't been there in a while, and I feel bad when I don't post as many videos as I like for you guys to watch, and I truly appreciate all the support you guys have been giving the channel. And this is just a way for me to connect with you guys a little bit more in the comment sections, via Instagram, if you guys message me there, and just kind of talk. So today I really just wanted to talk about how I got here, my journey, as you could say, my YouTube journey. How did I start? How did I get the name Tallguy, for that matter? You know what I mean? So let's start there. Man, Tallguy started at work, actually. I used to be the tallest guy at work, but I think way back in 2017, sometime around that time frame, my boss used to just call me, "Yo, tall guy, can you do this? Can you give me this? Can you give me that?" And I was just like, "Yeah, sure." Kind of stuck with it. And then I remember 2018 was a very pinnacle moment in my theme park life, is where things started really like showing my love for theme parks. I used to think Disneyland was the most expensive place on earth, and don't get me wrong, it is. It still is. That's why I don't go as much. For God's sakes, I'm wearing a freaking Mickey Mouse jacket right now. But I never knew annual passes were a thing to theme parks. Like I didn't know those were that existed. And I vividly remember how all this happened too. I remember I was watching a YouTube video, stumbled across my feed about the Pixar Fest that first happened in 2018, I believe. I didn't go. Actually, I'll get there. And I saw a YouTube video about the Pixar Friends Together fireworks show. I think that's what it was called. Together Forever. And I was like, whoa. It just like rekindled my childhood so hard. And I was like, dude, I want to go. This looks awesome, right? But then I was like, I don't want to pay $200 for a ticket. That's how much tickets cost. This still costs to this day, even more actually. And someone told me, well, like, why don't you get an annual pass? And I was like, a what? A season pass? Mind you, I just wasn't involved in the theme park world to know these things existed. So once I Googled annual pass, season pass, Disneyland, and I had a job, I had adult money, and I was like, well, I can afford this. You're telling me I could go as many days as I want with the signature passes, what they had back then? Oh my God, don't. I used to have I used to pay for the highest pass for Disneyland because it's really worth it. And on top of that, I used to have max pass too. But man, oh man, times have changed. I used to have the signature pass, and I used to go a lot to Disneyland. And then I discovered my love for Universal Studios Hollywood, man. Just started bringing back all these childhood memories. And next thing you know, I have passes for all these theme parks now. And not even Knott's. I did not have a theme park for Knott's yet. It was mainly just Universal Studios Hollywood and Disneyland. And I would go a lot. My coworkers and my friends started catching on that I was going a lot, at least a couple times a week. You got anything better to do? No, just go to theme parks and, you know, fall in love and start watching um, other people's YouTube videos on YouTube about theme parks. And I started growing a lot of inspiration um, from other YouTubers and just watching other people fall in love with theme parks and whatnot. And long behold, the pandemic hit. Just kind of shut everything down. And man, oh man, was that a time where we had nothing at all. Let's fast forward a little bit to where things started reopening. Right, one of the first few theme parks to reopen was, in my eyes, Universal Studios Hollywood, and they had a pass holder preview event to the park opening. And shout out to Universal for even, you know, for just loving their pass holders, for that matter, man. It's crazy how much they still love their pass holders to this day. So they held a day where pass holders, you just got to RSVP and sign up and show up, you know. So that's what I did. I went, but before I went, I was on the verge of like kind of wanting to start a YouTube channel. And since I just thought, you know, since I go to theme parks a lot, I just kind of want to start a YouTube channel and, you know, start recording things, start talking about things. And I started on Instagram. My Instagram is where it all began, where I started testing vlogs here and there. So on the first reopening day of Universal Studios Hollywood, I told, you know, my Instagram followers, which was like, what, 300 at the time or whatever it was, I can't even remember. Like, hey, you know, I'm gonna go to Universal Studios Hollywood. Here's a little question drop box. Let me know what you guys want to see or what you want me to cover. And man, oh man, that people actually start letting me know what they wanted to see. And as I went about my day, you know, vlogging at Universal and with my Instagram stories and whatnot, I felt good. I felt great about it. And then, you know, it's all about feedback. And that's why on my Instagram, I just love to hear people's feedbacks on a lot of things. And so at the end of that day, a lot of fun. It was great going back on rides. That was actually the first day Secret Life of Pets, the ride opened up, and good times. A lot of good people too that day. And I asked my Instagram, how would you feel if I started a YouTube channel? And then followed up with like, yo, Disneyland is having its reopening day on this day. I forgot what day it was. How would you guys feel if I vlogged it or I covered it, you know? And so people were like, do it, yeah. And I was like, okay. So from there I went and got a camera. And then the next biggest, you know what, before I even got a camera, my biggest challenge was creating the YouTube channel. What is the YouTube channel's name gonna be? And this is like a pinnacle moment for me, because I was like, yo, like, you could always change your channel name and everything. I'm still debating actually to this day. And I just didn't know what I wanted to do. Funny enough, I'll tell you guys the very first concept of what I was thinking my channel was gonna be. I was gonna call myself Daily Dose of Disney. As funny as that sounds, that's literally what the channel is gonna be. But then I thought, I was like, wait, I'm putting myself in a position where I have to be at Disneyland daily to call myself Daily Dose. Not gonna do that. No, that was way too much work for me. And since then, I was thinking about maybe Andrew at the parks, theme parks with Andrew. That's my real name, by the way. My legal name is not Tallguy. It's Andrew. If you guys don't know, or you know, just don't familiarize yourself with me that much, I have a legal name. It's not just Tallguy. But I love Tallguy. We'll get into that in a bit too. So then I just started thinking, I was like, well, you know, you always draw inspiration from other YouTubers and whatnot. So obviously I didn't want theme parks in my name. Just parks was good. So I thought, you know what? I'm fairly tall. I'm a fairly tall guy. I'm about 6'2". I'm not gonna stand up for you right now. I'm about 6'2" in height. So I was like, you know what? Tall guy at the parks. Bam! That was the name. That was the name. Actually, I'm considering about changing it to SoCal Tallguy, which is, my handle for everything. But debating, because if I do SoCal Tallguy, I'm kind of just limiting myself to SoCal. And I don't want people to think about that I'm just a SoCal person. I mean, I am. I live in Southern California. It's where all the theme parks are at. But once we go to Florida, yeah, it's a whole different story. But Tallguy is Tallguy Parks was the name that started it all. And so I got that YouTube channel name created. Disneyland opening day, reservations secured. Oh my god, man, what is it with? Why does Disneyland make things so stressful? That'll be another daily vlog to talk about. But we show up, we're there, we're capturing the magic. Everyone's excited. It's a historical day, just watching, getting people's reactions, and the vlog is on YouTube for you guys to watch. And it's if you just filter out videos the oldest, that's literally the first vlog I filmed. And I'm a terrible cameraman. I have no intro. I have no script. I have nothing. I had a camera and I actually bought a mic to go with it too. I had the mic facing me when I should have had it facing outward. Mistakes you make when you're vlogging. And obviously I sound great, but when I want to record things that are in front of me, they don't sound too great. Man, oh man, was I scared vlogging that day, just because I knew a lot of people were gonna be vlogging, but when I was vlogging that day, it was just the notion of people are looking at you, people are gonna be staring at you, and I had to do my best to just block that notion out and simply just do it. That's all it is. You guys just gotta do it. Filmed it that day, went back home, and I didn't have any kind of editing app. I started with iMovie, and I'm gonna be real, I did not edit my first YouTube video ever. A friend of mine did. A friend of mine edited my first YouTube video because he was kind of familiar with the editing process. So I just kind of wanted to watch and learn how he did it, and we sat there for like about an hour, edited the video, exported it, published on YouTube, and the rest is history. And then from there I started editing my own vlogs, and from here on out, here we go. But that's how the YouTube channel essentially started. So I started going to Universal Studios a lot to film over there, because that's where a lot of the hype was at. And eventually down the road got a Knott's Berry Farm Pass. That video is also up too if you just filter out oldest videos. And eventually Six Flags, man. Did I think, well, I never thought I'd fall in love with Six Flags the way I did now, but if you guys know, you know. But man, Six Flags is awesome. Not just for the rides, but aside from that, that's your Tallguy. That's your little Tallguy history of me. Still trying to vlog as much as I can, but obviously, things happen in life. You can't go out there as much. I only get 2 days off. I'm a working man, 9-to-5 job, full time. I get 2 days off a week. That's about it. And I use, one of those days to go out and vlog and whatnot. Today's actually one of those days off. I would have done a double deucer at Six Flags Magic Mountain and Universal Studios Hollywood, but unfortunately my knee won't come up to frame. I'm not gonna put it up to frame because I slightly injured it. I think I tore something, according to the doctor. If you guys didn't know, I hosted a sliding event this past weekend. It's been a week. I went for a slide and I heard a pop. Something popped in my body, and I thought it was good. And at the end of the night, everything just kind of sunk in, and my knee just kind of buckled up, and I couldn't move. I was literally bed rest for like 3 days, just trying to heal. I'm able to walk now, bend my knee, okay. Still limping here and there, but not trying to overextend myself or my body or anything. Trying to heal up for FanFest nights. That's coming up next week, so you won't necessarily see me at a theme park anytime soon until FanFest nights. that's where I'm at right now with my life. But I'm getting better. I'm healing. Thank you for all the wishes you guys been sending me through the IG and whatnot. But um, yeah, this was the first part of the daily vlog series that I just wanted to do. If you guys want to know anything else about me, mention it down in the comments down below. Hey, are you into this? Are you into that? What are your thoughts about this? I won't talk about politics or religion. I'll tell you that right now, though. I would love to talk about Halloween. Anything Halloween related. God, I love Halloween things. And, you know, just looking right behind me, I got a whole bunch of Back to the Future stuff with me. You can clearly tell I'm a Back to the Future fan. But another topic for another day. But yeah, guys, thank you all for watching. This is just part 1 of that series. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we'll go from there. You'll catch this tall guy in the next daily vlog. We are out of here. Goodbye.